My parents are both teachers, fairly progressive, but quite conservative culturally, and they were quite happy to toe the just say no line, which I kind of observed for all my childhood and most of my student years before kind of succumbing to not quite peer pressure, but the kind of people who obviously knew the other side of the story. Third year at university, basically flatmates of mine were kind of spliff smokers, and I'd kind of always been a bit no, because I wasn't a big fan of smoking, partly because my dad was a big smoker and it really impacted quite seriously on his health. So the first time I ever kind of used cannabis was there was a party going on and everybody was going out, and somebody suggested that I have a kind of hash tea basically, and I was like, all right, tea, you know, that's okay, I'm not going to need to smoke. And so that was kind of my entry level. It wasn't particularly. It was pleasant. It was quite innocuous, I think, to be honest. It was no big deal, and I think that says a lot, really, that people make a big deal out of these things. But in fact, it's not really that big a deal at all. And I think once I realised that actually it wasn't that big a deal, you know, and that obviously I'd been lied to for quite some time, then obviously, I mean, that opened a way to a bit of excess, actually, as I think inevitably things do. The forbidden fruit factor.
Who lied to you?
Well, my parents lied to me. I kind of forgive my parents because my parents don't know any better. They've not tried anything, so what do they know? But they just believed the government line and just basically perpetuated the myth that drugs are bad. You know, not wanting to distinguish between drugs in any way, just perpetuating the delusion.